So let's put the spray ball back on again and see how it works. See how it works now. Hello brewers! Thought I'd do a little video on my keg stroke fermenter cleaner. What it is, it's just a plastic bucket. Not sure the actual size of it. What would that be? 20 litres, something like that. So what we've got, the component parts, is we've got a pond pump and a kettle element. That is literally a kettle element off eBay. Drilled a hole in the side, stuck the kettle element through there. So this oh, it's stuck to the bottom on suckers. Let's get it out. This is a pond pump. It's a reasonably powerful one. What have we got there? 3,000 litres an hour, and H max. I guess that's the sort of the height that it can pump up to is 3 meters. So I went for something that had a bit of power, just so we can get the spinning spray ball rotating and everything being cleaned properly. Now this is the second version of this. My first version, just push that down, don't not too close to the element. The first version didn't have a spinning spray ball. It just had, let me see if I can see it. Yeah, it was up here. Just had this spray ball. So it's just like one with holes in it. And that it worked reasonably well. But when I put a clear container on top of this, which is just here, this bad boy, so I could see what was going on, I could see that there was certain pathways that wasn't being covered with this type of spray ball. So hence an investment in the spinning spray ball. So I'll get this set up, get a bit of water in it, and show you how it works. So we've got a little bit of water in there now. One thing I've got to mention is these stainless rods here. So I made these specifically for this. It's not an off-the-shelf item. So I think they're a piece of 8mm tube that I was able to put a what's the word when you thread something? Was it not a die? You know, you cut a thread in there with a tool, and that fit just down the end of the I think it's 8mm pipe, or it could be 10mm. So I was able to thread the inside of that pipe and put a screw into it. So I cut them to size, a little bit of an angle on the side. So I've got a little rubber O-ring on there. You can see that, yep, there, on there. And then the screw goes in the other side. I've got another O-ring there, and I've just covered it with a bit of silicone there to stop it leaking. And that works well, and they sit in there and they hold whatever's in there, whether it be a keg, whether it be a fermenter, whatever it is. So let's get this clear plastic bottle on there so we can see the spray ball in action. Now I've got a short piece of tube on the cleaner at the moment, but I've also got a longer piece. So let me show you exactly what I've got in there. So I've basically just got a domestic water hose, the solid stuff, and a push fit fitting that goes directly into the pump, and that works well. This just available from I think it was B&Q, or maybe in Wix I got this from. Is there any? Yeah, you can see a bit of info on there. So that's 15mm, 1.5mm domestic tube. I said, and that fits into that push fit there, and then the bottom of the spray ball, which I've got, you can see there. So on the bottom of the spray ball we've got a barbed fitting. I'll just pull that off. Let me take it all out so you can actually see it. So just a push fit there, and then if I can do it one-handed, no I can't. So, and then we've got just a barbed fitting that goes in the 1/2 inch BSP at the bottom there, which enables me to put push fit one side of the water pipe, and then the other side just goes in the push fit in the pump, and there we go. So let's get the clear bottle on there so we can see the spray ball in action. Now, I've just got a little bit of tape on here because I cut a hole in there for a tap at some point, but just put a bit of tape on there to stop that leaking. So let's go and switch her on, and there we go. There's the spray ball in action. Now, under normal circumstances, I would have this heated up via the kettle element, which is here, which would plug in to the mains, and we would heat that water. Now, it only heats to a certain well, it can boil the water in there if you need it to, but if you heat the water too much, the thermal cutout in the pump comes on and turns off the pump. So here we can see that the spray ball is going around. Now, that spray ball is probably too low for this bucket, but you can see it is spreading the water around far more on the bottom than at the top here. So let's change that tube and see how it looks spraying from the top. So we've got the longer tube that reaches much further up into the plastic container. So let's put the spray ball back on again and see how it works. See how it works now. So we're getting a lot better coverage with the spinning spray ball on there. I'm not going to say it's going around at an extreme speed, but as you can see, it's splashing out on the side, running down the side of the container. That should provide a good clean. One thing to note, you can see certain areas on the top here that aren't getting particularly good splashed as such. Is that the right word? They're not getting splashed with the water or would-be cleaning solution as much. So what I tend to do is just sit it on there, then rotate this around, just so everywhere gets a good coverage. But as you can see, that rotating spray ball does a pretty good job at getting all surfaces wet and then hopefully clean.